Hey, Humanities. It's your mini lecture time. Miller here, in case you forgot who I am. So you should have completed the first study guide for chapter 13, Materialism, and I just posted the second one, which is not that many questions, but there's a lot of information. So I also posted a bunch of links of videos I would like for you to watch because it gives you supplemental information. Obviously, we skipped through history, a ton of it. This is after, 1850 to 1900, so it's after the French and American revolutions. And what happened during this time period that you're studying about is people were questioning capitalism because a lot of poverty was happening. And so you have some new ideas like communism and socialism that you read about. And of course, those ended up not working out very well. But people were asking the big question of how should we rule ourselves? What's the best way to run a country? And so those are some of the ideas that you read about in 13.1. So I have a couple links that I put on Google Classroom. My dog is whining. About Nietzsche, who's a famous philosopher, kind of a negative guy. He's the one that said God is dead and that there's no such thing as progress because most people are dumb, basically. Nietzsche believed that there's a few really cool people, and he called them the Ubermensch, so supermen. But overall, I thought most of us were kind of in the dark and terrible at making decisions. But he's a famous philosopher, so you might want to know more about him. And so then you're going to get into art. You're going to learn about Matthew Brady, who was the first photographer. And so for the first time, people got to see pictures of things and people. And he's famous for taking pictures of the Civil War and the atrocities and the carnage of people. So I do have a video about him too that you should watch. And then there's a new way of painting called Impressionistic art, which at the time when it came out, people turned their noses up at it. They thought it was not good, that it was garbage. But of course, it became super popular. So I've got a really good video I want you to watch about Impressionistic art, like how it started and what is it. And then, of course, Van Gogh is a post-impressionistic artist who is super famous. You guys all knew this picture when we did the pretest, Starry Night, right? So there's a video about Van Gogh as well. Let's see. What did I miss? I think I might have to add one. We also have ballet become super popular, and a guy named Nijinsky, this is him, who it was a famous choreographer and also dancer himself. So I will have to make sure to put a link to that. And one of the first ballets performed was called The Afternoon of a Faun. And of course it was scandalous when it first came out because of the clothing they wore and the movements were not quite classical ballet. So anyway, that's probably the shortest lecture I ever have given in my life. You have the whole week this week to actually read and do your study guides. I think I made it so that you could answer the questions online and turn them in. Or if you want to, you could take a picture and just send it to me like you have been super creative. Do you want to see my dog? Come here, girl. Say hello. Yeah, I know. You don't like lectures, do you? She doesn't like lectures. Take care, you guys.